Heyo y'all, welcome to WatchaMania. It is your NJPW Japan Cup Night 4, Ehime Japan, March 12, 2025, Watchalong and live reactions. I'm your host, Devin. How we doing? Is there a link where you can watch in Japan? Or do you like show the matches? Because the link I normally use in the night. Yes. If you have a Discord, we sidecast. It's over on the Discord. Everything that we watch along to. Obviously, the caveat is that you gotta be here in the YouTube chat as well. We want you, this is a watch-along experience. You know, we don't just provide the show to people for free. We provide it to those who are looking to watch along because they aren't able to otherwise. Oh, join the Discord. Yes. Join the Discord. So what you'll do is, actually here, there's a more instructive message for that. Because it's a couple of steps. Quick and easy, but a couple of steps. You'll join. You'll head over to venue registry. Get verified. It'll tell you as soon as you join. Okay, thank you. You're very welcome. I'll hop over to Discord so that way if you need any help, I got you. Yes. So we FYM, I take it. Ooh, Nitro user. All right, so as it says there, go to venue registry. Once you head over there, just get your reactions. The only one you really need to do, I suppose, is the pronouns. The other one is so that way you can like get notified easier and stuff when things are happening. But yes, once you get verified, then you should see all of the channels appear on the left side, and you'll join the voice chat named Curtain with wait here in parentheses. Gonna pause that because the show is just on the verge of starting. Let me get this sound muted so New Japan doesn't have me executed. Follow the steps correctly, I think. Yes. No, I just saw the reaction thing ticker up. So now the channels that are listed on the left side of your Discord tab, there should be a couple of voice channels. One called Curtain, one called Go Position. You'll join the Curtain, and once we know you're waiting in there, we move you over. I already do, so I'm going to. But, yeah, just demonstrating how this process will normally work. Because we do this for all of our watch-alongs, not just New Japan. But yes, we totally understand how it can be when it comes to pro wrestling and funds. The feed does not change over on its own. It does not seem. I have to always leave and come back. Well, I shouldn't say always, but most of the time. But yes, there you are. All right, moving you over. There you go. And voila. So, no mercy, obviously. So, yeah. How this will work, just letting you know ahead of time. It's probably going to be not as frequent here just because it's so much more, it's a smaller stream. Typically, the mods will just out of nowhere go position check. And that'll be a way of checking to see who in go position is still here in YouTube chat. That being said, welcome to the show. Welcome to WatchaMania. Enjoy the show. I was going to say, welcome to the show. Enjoy WatchaMania. That too. But yeah. It's okay, I understand. Appreciate that. We always, because we figured that it's relatively understandable. The only people who are going to be mad about it are the people who intended on, like, not actually engaging with the community, you know? But just based on the fact that you were willing to walk through the process, you seem like good people. You're very welcome. You're very welcome. Hope you enjoy. So, have you been keeping up with the Japan Cup? Last time was 2 years, so I have a lot to catch up on. Oh my gosh, that took a lot off my chest. You have no idea, because I'm sitting here being like, oh no. Now watch them be like a super intense New Japan fan, and me, who's only been following the product full time for 2 months, is gonna be like, oh yeah, I totally know that 2018 reference you're making. Yeah. Because I've kept up with New Japan news-wise for years, but I've only ever, in a match here and there, of course, that I just felt the need to go out of my way to watch. But I started following it full-time Wrestle Kingdom this year. Yeah, in the same boat as you. Sweet. That's always so welcoming, you know. In not just in wrestling, but like in any fandom, when you step into like those hardcore aspects of it, you gotta be ready to you gotta be ready to swim in shark infested waters, you know. And New Japan, that is like it is like hardcore wrestling fan, for lack of a better way of putting it. Kind of the same way AEW. I watched it from the. I watched it a few times. Totally get you, no mercy. AEW personally is like AEW saved my pro wrestling fandom. There's several times my pro wrestling fandom was gonna fall off. First CM Punk, then Daniel Bryan with WrestleMania, and then AEW in 2019. I've always been a big fan of AEW. It's probably still my favorite promotion. But yes, I keep up with WWE every now and then. But I was like, I need more wrestling in my life. And the opportunity to watch the People vs. GCW came up, and as well. So it was like, let's throw that in the bracket too. And now we're going way too much. And now this weekend we're gonna be watching MLP because that MLP was so great last time. Yeah, very hardcore WWE fans in 2020. Nice, nice. Oh, you'll see a lot of variety of the channel. AEW. Yes. CEO gets it. He has been in the trenches with us for a minute now. You know what? I'm glad I found the right channel. Hell yeah. And GCW. Oh, man. GCW, ironically, the best palate cleanser. I don't know how else to put it. Taka Michinoku Wrestling in the year 2025. I've been saying it for weeks now because he's been on almost every show. But, like, damn. Never seen Joey. That'll be interesting. Oh, yeah, fam. I think it's very gritty, raw. Like, I don't want to say underproduced, but it just feels so, like, bare bones. It reminds me where pro wrestling comes from. I think a lot of people have the impression. Oh, look, he's got a little bracket printed out there for him. I think a lot of people have the impression that. Kind of lost my train of thought there. Never mind. Okay, watch it. Oh yes, now I remember what I was going to say. A lot of people have the impression the indies were kind of born off the back of mainstream wrestling, where it was more so that mainstream wrestling was born off the back of the indies. And yeah, GCW just reminds me that's what pro wrestling was for a while. Well, maybe not the death match part, but kind of. And there's our opening bell. Daiki Nagai, Young Lion in here with Taka Michinoku. Honestly, it's been really awesome for Murashima and Daiki Nagai to be able to work with so many big names on this tour, even in these last couple of nights particularly. I don't know about you, but I kind of dislike how a lot of people trash on the companies. Yes, no, that's if you watch the trailer we got, one of the biggest things we put over. We're away. We want to get away from the cynicism and away from the tribalism. Like, want to enjoy pro wrestling and all the flavors that it has to offer, you know. And maybe there's some flavors you don't enjoy, so you don't indulge. That's really it. Precisely. Not about that. Nothing wrong with having strong opinions about a wrestler or even a company in a certain regard. But we're not here to sit here and go back and forth about all that stuff. Like at the end of the day, everyone has their opinion. Oh no, absolutely. No worries. Trust me, I was one of the early AEW fans that like, yeah, stick it to the Fed. You know, I've very much grown out of that. That's exactly it. No mercy. Some more than others, some less than others. Daiki doing well to keep control over Taka here, though. Feel for him teaming with YOSHI-HASHI. I feel like I am disliking YOSHI-HASHI by osmosis. Like I don't have many opinions on YOSHI-HASHI. I didn't beforehand, but in recent weeks, I've had some friends and some people in the community be like, "Yo, fuck YOSHI-HASHI." And I'm like, I feel like I'm starting to develop those feelings myself. I'm like, I have no reason to feel that way. Go ahead and join the YouTube channel on my phone, so it's easier for me to watch both at the same time. Totally understandable. I feel you there, fam. Appreciate you. Here we go. Yeah. Uemura has been winning me over. I haven't seen much of him because he just returned at the anniversary show. But yeah, I like his look, his gear, his fire. Oh, no pun intended. His fire. And these lads are just unloading. Oh, and it's Yuya. Oh. I was just about to say, I wonder who's gonna be the first to give in a little, and sure enough, that's when Yuya had to lean down. Oh, nice. So, oh wow, this is an odd hour for you then, isn't it? No, where see? It's what is it like 9-10 p.m. for you? Maybe 11? We can name it. It's 11 p.m. Wednesday. Gotcha. Okay, I had a feeling. All right. Because we have quite an international base all over the world, and I try to keep my best. I tried my best to keep up with time zones. It's kind of nice. We're on the other side of Somber. It's 6 a.m. for me here, on the east coast of the U.S. Yeah, Taka keeps coming back for more. Damn, he's got to stop doing that. He's so eager to hit that rebound drop kick. Yeah, it can be, but I eventually do get with it. Numbers do well for me. They tend to cooperate with me. Yes, no mercy. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh my gosh, blow away match, but at the same time, I've really enjoyed what it is. Um, One of the things about New Japan that's won me over is the Young Lion system. Particularly the two main Young Lions that have been showcased this year have been Katsuya Murashima and Daiki Nagai, mainly facing off against one another in pre-show matches. They went 24 times, 23 times to time limit draw before Murashima finally got the victory over him the other night. I think it was night 2. It might have been night 1, actually. Definitely not the best match. It probably won't be the best match tonight, but it's pretty. Yes, no, it's fair to open up the show. Yeah. Yeah, fam, it's intense. There it is. You got to hit every single rope. That pump kick is so smooth too, as one would expect. But no, you're such a G, staying up like literally all night. One thing about New Japan is the schedule is quite confusing. Yeah, because the thing is, the shows aren't consistent on any night or any time. Like this week alone, and finally he's got a tap. Got the win. still continue to be a great showing from Daiki. But yeah, no, like just oh my gosh, this upcoming one. That's why I need really to get this thing updated a little bit more because I only have the next night listed. I've really been bare bones, but like each show is gonna be different time. Now I'm starting to wonder if I should be including more times on my listing. It's not really consistent when obviously companies like WWE. Yeah, yeah, over here in the West, it's very typical to just like find a day and time for your show and air it there every week. Whereas like GCW, New Japan, they go on tours. It's like, all right, we're gonna hit this area. We're gonna try and find some days that'll be good to hit this area, or vice versa, you know. Yeah. Yo, I am so glad that it's that worth the appointment viewing for you, fam. Because literally, Sam, I've really thought about it too. I'm like, I feel like people wouldn't hold it against me if I were to have like just made these be delayed watch parties on Discord, so it's more likely for people to catch it. But I'm like, eh, I don't know. There's something there's something about watching wrestling live as it airs that just can't be beat. Big agree and over. See, it's not just the style of wrestling, it's the culture as well. Very much agree and over. See, just, the Japanese culture in a lot of ways is very fascinating to me. What do you say, Walker? Oh, were they strong words? Okay. As we await translation, he's like, I ain't get that. My bad, fam. He said, next time, next time. Good morning, Michael. How goes, fam? Hope you had a lovely evening. Hope your morning is starting off strong. And some more Japanese and plans off New Japan within the next year or two. Yo, dope. It's funny you say that. Io here in chat is also looking to learn Japanese. So New Japan counts as helping me learn, I guess. Yeah. No, for real. It's I just hearing words, hear them in use. I imagine as you learn more words and rules of the language and you hear them put to use in like the context applied, that will help you. I feel like that's got to be more helpful in some ways than, just opening up a book and learning or being like, these lines translate to these lines. After a while, you pick up the phrases. Yeah. Yes, and that helps too, is like common phrases and breaking apart common phrases, I'd imagine. This is coming from somebody who knows only English. I don't know any other languages. But it just seems like that's the process of learning a language. No worries. It's yeah, it can be hard. It can be intimidating even when diving into new pro wrestling. Or not even new pro wrestling, but old pro wrestling that you haven't been into in a while. Like that was me watching Impact in 2024 for the first well, yeah, it's watching TNA for the first time in 2024, like in 10 years. Hey, it's Murashima. Agreed. So for a little bit of context, this is night 4, night 6, Saturday, or I suppose for you Sunday. No, it'll still be Saturday, but yes, Saturday we got an IWGP World Heavyweight Title match. Hirooki Goto defends against Yuji Nagata, and they've had a couple of back and forth matches here throughout the tour. I believe it's a 1-on-1 situation. Yes, No Mercy Bullet Club is still a thing. In fact, we currently got ourselves a story going on where, so are you familiar with House of Torture? Goto will beat Nagata. Yeah, I'm thinking Goto is going to retain against Nagata. The real challenge will be whoever wins the Japan Cup. And I could be wrong. You know, for all I know, some slip up will happen. We got new world champion Nagata. That'd be hilarious. I'm not familiar with him at all. No worries. Okay, so House of Torture, ironic. I don't want to say it's a Fed like it is like a WWE like, but they are an extremely interference based faction. Any and all cheating they can. Let's distract the ref. Let's do the ref bump. Let's do the low blow. Like all of the heel interference tropes that the House of Torture thrives on, and it pisses everybody off, especially because here in New Japan, that's just not anywhere near as much a thing as you would find it like in Western wrestling. And there's the bell. Okay, so yes, they're absolutely a heel faction, but it's like the most I should say stereotypical heel because they got this certain level of edginess and darkness to them. You're gonna see them some on this card. You saw them some last night if you saw the previous show as well. Led by Evil. Anyways, Evil and House of Torture, apparently a branching faction off of Bullet Club. Bullet Club War Dogs are also a branching faction off of Bullet Club, led by David Finlay, with Gabe Kidd, Taiji Ishimori in there, Sonata, and so on. And Evil, they kind of had a little bit of an alliance going on. At New Beginning, the previous pay-per-view, House of Torture jumped both Yota Tsuji and Gabe Kidd after the match, and the rest of the War Dogs kind of ending their alliance with Evil returning to the company, saying that Bullet Club, the War Dogs are no longer a part of Bullet Club, which is perplexing because David Finlay, the leader of the War Dogs, is the leader of Bullet Club. They just had their match last night in tournament, and David Finlay got the win after a lot of interference, and despite his own partner accidentally hitting him in a very weird way. I did No Mercy, but we do have a spoiler policy because we got a lot of people who try to keep up with a lot of wrestling and they can't always do it like in a timely fashion. So we try to go 24 hours without talking about shows that aren't associated with the promotion we're watching. But I will say I did watch and did enjoy. Yeah, and I've come to recently understand that not as many people care about spoilers as I thought, but the people who do really do. So I hear where they're coming. Personally, I'm that way. Like when it comes to taped wrestling, like oh no, don't I don't even want to hear that it was whether it was good or not. Don't set my expectations up. Yo, good looking out, yo. Although I should probably adjust that because we can't do the audio like on these New Japan shows, for example. No worries on the spoiler results. Good looking out. Appreciate you. Because there are some people who have the mentality of if I know it's gonna happen, I'll enjoy it more. Yo, Murashima firing up. Look, he is surrounded by Satoshi Kojima, Yuji Nagata, and Tomohiro Ishii, and he is squaring up to all of them. That was epic. You see, I've really been these young lions have been winning me over. And they've also done well to not have too many young lions loading the product, you know? As far as I'm aware, since Wrestle Kingdom, we've really only had Daiki Nagai and Murashima featured. Oh? Ishii egging on Goto. Nothing happened, then suplex. Ooh, I hear you so much. You know, those free BPNs are such a hit and miss. Like, sometimes they'll just be fine. But then other times they will just, it just won't do you any good. Wait, now they've made it 60 minutes? Hold on. No. Who else remembers that match being announced? Back at Battle of the Valley, when they decided to announce the match for Windy City Riot, they said that there was going to be it was going to be a 30-minute Iron Man match, which perplexed me because they had went to a 30-minute time limit draw on a single fall match. I'm not mad that they amended it. It's just mention that you did. It's just like we're going to silently pretend like this was always the case. Hey, spoilers. Bet. But yes, all the same, yeah, this. It was a fairly enjoyable show. I had to go to sleep very early last night to make this show happen. So I was kind of just laying in bed watching it. And I am having to finish it right before the stream when I woke up this morning. And we'll taste Saturday's world title match here. Trading blows. You're starting to get the best of it. Nice transition. I love that face buster. Every single time. Turn into an exploder. Oh man, Kirishima in there with Kojima. This is while he's the hot tag at that. Machine gun chops. Here we go. Yeah. Oof to the knee. Scoop. Let's go. Kick it out. Need to have a little more leverage on that cover, man. He's got a good power slam, though. Every single time, it looks like he puts, like, too much power into it, you know? No, real, not just, but, like, also traveling. And Dunzo. After that lariat, kid was out. What to him, man? I do a boy again. Rough. Agreed. It definitely seems to be like Yuji Nagata's twilight. The twilight of his career. Feels like he's trying to have his last chance in the same way Goto did. Well, it wasn't his last chance per se, but it was really starting to feel like it with how much people were talking about it, having a world championship match. Yeah, that show will be starting 2 hours earlier than this one. See, these New Japan shows always got us here in the States in a weird position, right? Because we're like, oh, wait, what? Okay, I just saw that. Tanahashi versus Kojima, the Night 9? I remember seeing him as a kid on WCW Nitro. Yo, that goes so far back. Wow. That's nuts when I put that in perspective. Yeah, no, I knew Kojima was tenured, but when you say it like that, like, he's like 20 plus years in the business, easy. Well, actually, I guess it's closer to 30 at that point. Oh, coming in some more trios action. By the way, y'all, please do drop a thumbs up if you haven't done so already. It goes a long way in supporting us. It helps get us boosted in the algorithm on these early morning streams, these very odd hour streams, especially because New Japan isn't usually what we're covering on this channel on a given day. And like we were talking about earlier, it's not very consistent. But yes, those thumbs up go a long way. Those bells being on our lifeline. Okay, for a second I was like, wait, just Callum? No, duh. The whole United Empire. Well, trios-wise. It's like Golden Era WF. When did that was? Wow. That really puts in perspective, Michael. A few years ago, I was doing a fair bit of watching through WWF and WCW. Well, and a little bit of ECW as well, through 93 and 94. Just as it was getting into that new generation era. Wow. Man, you have seen pro wrestling grow. I've never. Same, No Mercy. I got into pro wrestling in 2007, so that was already a thing of the past by that point. I mean, lays down the belt. It's not easy to see it that way. Nice. Yeah, Undertaker versus Batista. That was the rivalry that got me into wrestling. I'm always happy to find other pro wrestling fans that got into pro wrestling in the late 2000s because from people who got into pro wrestling before then, I almost exclusively hear that it was a bad time, and I was like, I hold those memories fondly. Alrighty, let's see how things are for these lads. It's so funny because they're just like sporting boy band techers lads, and then there's Hartley Jackson, who looks like he just escaped the asylum. He's like, So, guys, do you think that I'd fit in with Abyss with this mask on? First video I saw to review on YouTube. Tombstone's Edge, I remember. Watch. Yo, that's epic. I love that for you, friend. Just happened to stumble across it and just be like, I love this. And that was the rabbit hole. Hell yeah. Oh no, sneeze coming. My goodness, that was powerful. Around 2011 is when I started watching ROH and New Japan regularly. Nice. Nice. See, it wasn't until like 2010-ish when I started YouTubing around to see other pro wrestling. Like I would see yeah, no, I would see like some ROH matches. I saw some old Japan matches, not just New Japan, but like other promotions, just various ones. I couldn't even tell you who was in them, honestly. It was just like recommended, okay, let's go for this. And it's me who started watching this recently. All the times I got told you still watch that because I had a wrestling fan in my mouth. Man, those people can get the fuck out of here. You still watch that? Now those are probably the same people who are catching the TikToks and the shorts and being like, I should check this out again. Because they're seeing that a lot of their peers are getting past the whole let's poke fun at this. Man, the public perception of pro wrestling's really changed in these last couple of years. I still remember off the heels of WrestleMania 34, Undertaker's doing the tombstone pit to John Cena, and nice. Callum is so fast. And there was a picture of him doing the tombstone pin going around. And people were like, y'all are watching this? And it's like how people were trying so hard for days to clown on pro wrestling. And then, like, nowadays, very different. The way he almost over rotates with that moonsault. Like, Jeff Cobb could probably land on his feet off of a backflip. Here we go. Let's get into these Tekker's quality. Almost sharpshooter like, but it's turning into this Indian deathlock. What else to say? Rotating on a moonsault. Mean like Charlotte? Kind of, yes. But the difference here is because it was a standing moonsault, Jeff Cobb didn't actually have the room to over rotate. So it was just like, I don't know how to put it. Like, he almost didn't land flat. Oh, yes. No, that's exactly it. No, earlier when I was talking about how AEW saved my fandom, that was why. Because I was more or less exclusively a WWE fan. The majority of my fandom. And initially when AEW launched, I was like, yeah, right. This sounds silly. And then I started seeing the lineup and stuff for Double or Nothing announced and saw where it was going to be held. And I was like, oh, whoa, this seems like it could be a big deal. Oh, wait, now Moxley might show up there? Okay, let me check this out. Even 2019 was not a good year for WWE. Honestly, I'd argue up until like mid to late 2022, even early 2023, the product was not the bit. It was not very good. But yes, I digress quite a bit. I got ZSJ here. ZSJ, who's recently made some GCW appearances. Oh, man. I think that's the same knee that Naito worked over the other night as well. Here we needed even to someone who didn't watch back then. Its impact as wrestling was felt. Yes. Love wrestling for wrestling, regardless of the product. Love hearing that. I love that sentiment, spreading throughout the industry more. Nice. Was the bad knee? Great evasion to the drop kick there. Oh my gosh. The speedy ass strikes. Any one of those could have ended a match. Right into the octopus. Here we have gone to a bunch of shows. Yo, that's epic, Michael. I love that for you. I hope one day my kids are pro wrestling fans. That's to indulge in a lifelong passion with your kids. It's got to be a very special thing. Not just indulge with, alongside. The wrestling now has a lot of crossovers. Now more than I shouldn't say more than ever, but now more than any time in the last 40 years, you see crossover between promotions all over the world. You see people popping up on like they said, Megan Bain, AEW and GCW so much. We just saw Gabe Kidd on Collision the other night. We just saw the Jersey J Cup a few weeks ago. Like, it's amazing that we can see the same performer on 3 different promotions in as many weeks. Oof. You see, I don't watch TNA, but I love what it's again. I love what it's done for the industry. I love what it's done for TNA. TNA is probably the most relevant it's been in 15 years, and that's amazing to say, because that means it's for the first time it's as relevant as it was when it had Hulk Hogan and Eric Bischoff there. Without Hulk Hogan and Eric Bischoff being there, I think that's excellent for TNA. My biggest hope is that TNA doesn't get the British indie scene treatment. Oh, nice. That was some major trust there. Ducking Callum at the right time. I agree with you. Yeah, I think we could eventually one day see. I would hope so. Yeah, it's just all a matter of like everybody's best interests being kept in mind and not just falling in the favor of one party over the other. Because I'll be one of the first people to say that like TNA and AEW's partnership did not benefit TNA very much. I mean, it did. Scott D'Amore was the first person to tell you all about the benefits TNA rep. Ooh, barely a 2. Okay. But yeah, it's big ass lariat. Let's go. Oh, my man's gonna give him a tour of the island. Center of the ring, Hartley. Damn, Zack wasn't able to get in. Caleb got a hold of him just in time. Oh, it did No Mercy 100% because I stopped watching shortly after AJ Styles left. AJ Styles was like the heart and soul of TNA to me at the time. He was my indie darling before Danielson became my indie darling, who is now my all-time fave. The New Japan NXT is better crossover. Agreed. I think they fit together perfectly because AEW in a lot of ways takes inspiration from New Japan's booking style and presentation. I've come to learn that now more than ever watching it. Full time these last few months, I'm like, wow, now I see what AEW tries to do in some ways that just isn't accepted by an American audience. You know, like an American, let's put it this way, for example, Zack Sabre Jr. as world champion, just in the few months that I watched, was pinned in a tag match. Over here in the States, fans go ballistic over that shit. It can actually be a great storytelling device, specifically in a promotion that almost exclusively runs on in-ring wrestling. Because you're not going to have a New Japan where like, oh, let's cut to the back, where now we have Hirooki Goto confronting Zack Sabre Jr. And it's like, no, we don't do that here. Like, if that happens, it's going to happen at a press conference, a pre-planned press conference that we knew for a fact both of them were going to be at. $312. Oh my gosh, y'all. I just realized that Dynamite is today. Oh. Honestly, no, that does sound like a pretty good match. DJ Rhythm and Wilson. For real. When I found it a few years ago, he was here in New Japan. I'm like, really? And he's been Jeff Cobb. Really? Ooh, we need to get you caught up, fam. Hey, in 2 months, so you've been missing this hot streak it's been on. AEW's been on fire these last couple of months. Ooh, yeah. We need to get you in the loop. I would say if there's any pro wrestling that you need to actually go back and watch, keep up on, it would be AEW. Dynamite and Collision. If you're someone who has found Collision to be missable, no longer is the case, my friend. The venues have been wonderful. Oh my gosh. Amazing indeed it has been. They're coming out to Bolton's theme again? No, come on. We came out to ELPs. You come out to Bolton's. Come on, come out to Jotto's. What's Jotto's theme? Let's hear Jotto's theme. Evolution on Twitter, but I watch the paper myself. No worries, I get you, friend. There's a lot of pro wrestling. You know, you see, Michael, that's the thing, right? I think, here's the thing, I don't even think the main event was necessarily bad, but by the standards the show up until that point had set, it kind of was. So that's where it's like, I think you switch the world's title matches, perfect show. There's no complaints. If everything that happened in the middle of the show, I'd be much more, I'd be much more fine with it. Must have a shoulder thing. I feel bad now. When he crossed his arms like that the other day, I was poking fun, but now I'm starting to think that maybe it's just like a shoulder thing. Instead of him just like I thought he like just didn't get it right in the moment and just went with it. I agree. Tony Mariah should have closed the show. Yeah, that's the thing is that's legitimately one of my favorite pro wrestling stories ever. So like, I felt biased saying that, but then when I see a lot of other people saying it, I'm like, I kind of feel validated now. I remember AEW was asked, but returned after being injured by Fletcher. Wait, so it's been a few more months than that, hasn't it? Was that like pre? Did you see the C2? Anyway, to catch up on it. Yes, it'll be a grand time, I assure you. There is that beautiful, beautiful man. I love how they more often than not have banners in the crowd than rather than signs, you know? The C2, the Continental Classic. Naito's coming out in full suit. I'm not getting t-shirts to a Naito. The show felt like a very true ending the way they presented it. Yes, like could you imagine everyone leaving at the signs of the end? Like, I think that would have been the way to go. I said it yesterday. I'll say it again. The unique presentation of each individual member of LIJ, on top of the fact that they still all feel like a faction, is such a wonderful presentation to capture. No. Continental Classic is a round robin tournament. It's like the G1, but for AEW. No. That three-way match was an all-timer, though. That's for certain. Like, definitely one of the top three greatest three-way matches of all time. Ah, that's that tournament. Ah, excellent. Well, I won't say go back and watch that just because that'd be so. Unless you have a lot of time on your hands, I would just focus on trying to get caught up on Dynamite Collision of the last couple of months. Just going into Revolution, as well as Revolution itself. Yo, Shingo and Bolton staring down. Here a lot more recently, maybe. Yeah, the thing is, right, because, like, I go back and forth. We were talking about it yesterday, and it was clarified to us, some people in the chat who know better, that Naito has always been a little bit of a cheeky fucker. But I can't help but feel like he's been getting a little bit more aggressive than one would anticipate as of late. And yeah, this has kind of always been a Tetsuya Naito thing, is where he comes out with the suit and stuff like that. It's just, I don't want to say recently, but when he's just chilling, he'll come out in the t-shirt and the hat, probably just wrestling in the t-shirt. They have a max. Shit, it's all in there. Bad. Probably more than 2 months ago. Yeah, no, the last one was, I think, a week after Fletcher shaved his hair off. Oh, yeah, that definitely happened like 3-4 months ago. Something like that. I wanted to say that happened sometime in like mid to late October. Okay, yeah, that makes more sense. No worries. But yeah, no, even then, I would still say, like, probably just start at the top of the year. You bet. Got a lot to catch up on. Yeah, no. Honestly, if you're one for it, I would more so just read up on stories. Unless, yeah, it's kind of hard. Because it's all a matter of how you enjoy pro wrestling most, you know? So we've broken down into a brawl almost immediately off the opening bell here. Also, in classic New Japan fashion, this card is fucking flying by. We are on our 4th match, y'all. A brawl already, right? LIJ said, you know what we haven't done in a while? Fucking fight. El Phantasmo kind of rebound after taking that pinfall loss to Great Okan in the tournament a few nights ago. I didn't. Yeah, exactly. This card has gone by quite fast. Yeah, you see, that's what's so wonderful about New Japan is it has such a refreshing pace. So even when they have like 8, 9 matches on the card, it's like, oh, okay, so a cool 3 hours tops, you know. Whereas I go back to the first Double or Nothing in 2019. That match had 9. That card had 9 matches. That match had 9 cards. Could you tell it's early morning for me? Yes, that card had 9 matches. Was 5 hours. Love how amazing. They really tied that one on. Naito still got the t-shirt. He's still t-shirt to a Naito. Go get it. Oof. His sponsors on that thing. But yes, we are gonna have some stories start. Although I do think that some are going to continue, which case the context before Revolution will be important. But yeah, what I was gonna suggest is like maybe read up on some stuff, go to the website and read up the story, like how with the articles they have typed up, to try and catch up on some of these stories. So even if you haven't seen these moments, then again, if you do want to go see these moments, absolutely go through the trouble of rewatching it. I will never discourage that. I just understand how time is in a 2-hour pro wrestling show, like 4 hours of weekly content to catch up on. Times that by like 8 or something. It's a very intimidating amount of time. Yeah, 2-night Royal Rumble. Like, what, you're gonna headline each one with a Rumble? I mean, that's cool and all, but I don't know. It just feels like more cash for cash's sake. Good morning, Jordan. Welcome in, my friend. There goes we. Oh, yo, Shingo is a professional. Bro stopped in the middle instead of following all the way through. There it goes, Jordan. Hope your West as well. Hope if you've had breakfast, it was good. Oh, the exposed buckle. Oh yeah, no, don't fuck it. Both these lads are ridiculously strong. Jim has ruined me. Upper body is barely moving. I feel you there, man. It's funny, right? Because that's what keeps me staying consistent more so than anything. It's not the excessive desire for results as much as it is like I want to condition my body to being sore so I don't feel so fucking pained at the day after a workout. Ooh, full body. Oh man. Respect to you. I could never. I'll stick to my PPL split. That's what I need to do. Found the camera. Bro, this man's me too much. Speaking of workout, your man's is getting one in right now. Did backs and buys. Nice, nice. I actually skipped that yesterday. I should probably hit that today. Oh, that sucks because then then you sit like your arms folded and then you go to stretch it out and you're all of a sudden just like, because you're reminded. Okay. Now Shingo mowing them down. I love how everyone's hopped off the apron. They're just watching these two lads go at it. Okay, there we go. There's Yoda. He's on the fourth day. I might sometimes do full body if not, then follow you. Oh, okay. Nice, Regina. I was supposed to be doing chest and shoulders today. I think haircut sounds easier. Totally feel you there, man. Yeah, no, it's as long as you discipline yourself into going next time around, it's okay to let your body get that little extra rest. You know, there's a difference between knowing your body needs to rest a little more and, just, being lazy or whatever. I think a lot of people will bully themselves into overworking themselves for the sake of not feeling lazy. Which is why I feel the need to say that out loud. Hi, it's me. Oh, draping DDT? Yep. Vintage. This is the most important part of the process. Yep. I've learned that I normally have a 6-day PPL split, but I've been more lenient to myself as of late because I've been busier elsewhere, needing to put that time into other things. And it's like, and the benefit of it, more rest for my body. The downside of that, I'm sore longer now, and I don't like it. Oh yeah, no, yeah, you're so right there. You get burned out, then you have a bad workout experience, and that just sours it for you overall, or at least sours it more long term. Yeah, met him on the other side. Let's go. Scoop. Oh, bonk. Got him with that big ass lariat. Damn. With the curb stomp, are we done here? Should probably be done here. Yep, EOP got stopped, and there it is. Good shit. Pretty good match. Yeah, you see, people so often get caught up on New Japan for the epics that they have, right? Honestly, I love their, for lack of a better way of putting it, TV matches. Like just the overall production of their matches. Down to the little things I appreciate so much more. Which is why I want to go out of my way to watch these, because I originally thought, I'm like, what if I just saved it for like the finale nights of tours and pay-per-views? It's like, no, it's not enough. Like these are the vibes just as much. But yes, I shall be right back before the start of the next match. Oh, might miss an entrance, but before the start of the next match. He's got the turnbuckle pad there. We'll still get the sponsor in. And we return. Any other numbers? Yes, you see here is House of Torture. I just realized. Yes, it is the House of Torture. Bro's got whiskey. Yes, the theme goes hard. I'm not gonna lie. The best part of them is probably the entrance. Well, the bits of it, you know. Murder Machine. That's a team in AEW. That's right. They won back on the January 30th show. They won the New Japan. Not New Japan, but the never openweight 6-man tag championships. And here we go. It goes so hard. New Japan themes would have to be AJ Styles and Kenny Omega, though. You see, I'm not familiar with their New Japan themes. That's what's so funny to me is I should probably look into those, huh? Oh, this thing goes so hard. I'm gonna have to check it out though, University, because it seems like everybody's got good New Japan themes. You know, I find interesting. Sonata's the only one out here wearing a white shirt. No, it is not. No, no mercy. All right, I get you though. Cause big 10-man tag. It does have main event vibes. No. After this is when we're gonna have our 2 New Japan New Japan Cup second round matches. And here we go, and in the brawl begins. You best believe that this was gonna happen, more so than earlier. Okay, so this freaks me because Sonata's getting fucked up. He's got his regular orange glasses out here again. I was like, please don't be the last match. Oh, same, dude. I've had that feeling so many times in wrestling. Like, can this not be the last match? But, like, what if it wasn't, though? Like, what if we just did one more? Like, yep. So, yes, the reason why I stayed silent here for a second was to allow commentary to breathe and let them get their shit in and explaining that because, yes, that's something that I find very important. It's going somewhere. Obviously so. Is Sonata was very late to the party. Because as you see, this whole brawl situation, it's very much an embodiment of how these things go between War Dogs and House of Torture. Breaks down into brawls almost all the time. During that tournament match last night, well, I guess yesterday morning, that was just the case. Sonata did not come out for a while though, and when he did, he was very like half-hearted, like really just didn't try very hard to help. And it gave me the vibe that it was like intentional trying to look like an accident. Yeah, no, the action started before the bell did. The laugh every time gets me. It's funny, right? Because Evil, the least like thing about him is his in ring work, but otherwise the local audience seems to genuinely like him, like they enjoy his act. Also, fun fact: Evil is the husband of women's world champion Io Sky. In my opinion, AJ's New Japan theme is by far the best. Yeah, just no, totally get you. I know those feelings where it's like, no, this is like when you know something is your opinion, but you will not stand away from it. Yes. Yeah, no, it's something that I had forgotten about. But yeah, watch me have somebody completely mixed up and that not actually be true. Showcasing the boot. Oh shit, you gonna go for that Gonzo bomb? Now? Yeah, no, I was gonna say that jumping Gonzo bomb is so fucking nasty. Allegedly? Oh. Hmm. Maybe I picked up on some misinformation. Ooh, there it is. And then the spear. Here we go. Everybody. Getting a strike in on Chase. Rough. Chase Owens getting bullied. Dick to dick contact. I can't. Because the guy who did the dive was Dick Togo. And I know almost everybody here knows that, but in case those of you just watching do not. I'd have to take a look. Yes, I do believe. The crown jewels shredders, he got hit in the crown jewels. That's hilarious. And Dunzo. I had a feeling that they were going to find some way to get the win. And look at Sonata just like not trying. Yeah, Naito. Yep. You see? Come on, bullying refs. Naito. How you gonna be out here calling yourself a babyface? Doesn't feel like it's so cut and dry as him, like, you know, turning on them and joining House of Torture or something. Or at the very least, that hasn't happened yet. I say this because after last night, I was theorizing that maybe Sonata was like a double agent for House of Torture. Now I'm not so certain that that's the case because he's seen brawling with them a few times now, both last night and tonight. I feel like a betrayal is coming. Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly. It just. I feel like there's more of the angle going here might be that Sonata is just like not interested in the War Dogs anymore. Maybe he's getting in his own head. Maybe he's getting in his own way. Maybe he's gonna go. He's gonna go on his own for a while. Which is very rare in New Japan. Sure. I'm glad. We'll see. I could help get you the show as well as it be worth the effort. We'll see you for some future ones. I think the next one coming up is gonna be Friday. It's gonna be like Friday night for you. I'm trying to do the math in my head. Damn, I'm really struggling here. I suppose. I mean, yeah. I just dropped the Night 5 link. When you click on it, it'll tell you when it's going live. But yeah. Hell yeah. Now to see. I wish they made a New Japan game or something, right? Yes, agreed. No mercy. The closest we got is like Fire Pro, and that is a great game in its own regard. But I want to see. I want to see, like, yeah, like you said, like a more realistic experience. Imagine The New Japan pacing in video game style. Oh, that'd be so epic. Which is nuts because he got a bye in this tournament. Damn, that's a rough go of it. And then we coming into a tournament match against Gabe Kidd, who's hungry, on a roll, and a champion. No, I think I don't know what it's called, but I get the subtle archetype he's going for with his character's presentation. But no, Taichi is still a character I'm kind of trying to figure out myself. Bro looks so focused. Oh, he can't do the thing he's been doing. He wanted to do a little tour of the crowd thing, but he realized that there was no break in the barricade. He's like, oh, that can't do that. Ooh. God, his face right away. Oh, yeah, no, I sense that Gabe Kid is gonna wreck his shit. But, I don't know, Taichi, and what I've seen of Taichi's done very well. But yeah, now that it's been clarified, Taichi has not won a match that I have seen because I've only been watching here this year. Bro's got a T belt buckle. I just noticed that. I do like Taichi's look. Oh yeah, it's like the masked singer thing. That's definitely something I've seen in other mediums. I just can't place what it's about. I couldn't stop laughing when I saw Gay Kid in the crowd last night. Right. Gabe Kid is such a character. Yo, Hero Mask, welcome in, welcome in. How goes it? Hope you're having a wonderful morning, afternoon, or night wherever you are. Yes, it seems like it. It definitely doesn't seem like this is a traditional seeded tournament because if it was, I feel like that they would have absolutely been placed opposite end. Gabe Kid's got quite a few. He's taken very few losses this year. I mean, granted, one of those losses were high profile, but all the same. Yeah, and that's where I was like, I don't want to discount it, Or see, and I'm glad, and I see you kind of have the same mentality. It's like just because I don't understand what it's referencing doesn't necessarily mean it's like bad or dumb. I see that a lot. I mean, not just in pro wrestling fandom, but in fandom in general. He's clothesline, yes, agree. Nor so what I New Japan does so well to make me feel like it's real. Like I don't know, I feel like that's that can be insulting to other wrestling that I watch, or like just in general. But yeah, yeesh. Damn, their cave just chesting. Ooh, hero, I'm afraid this is not the place for it. I would recommend heading on over to the Discord. I guess it wouldn't be AEW spoiler talk, but yeah. And talking segments or something of the like. Just because that's AEW and this is New Japan. Hehe, good looking at you. Ooh. Good. Nice, and then into the power slam. Wow, listen to them. Yes, in New Japan, a quiet crowd does not mean a disinterested crowd. If anything, it's the opposite. Damn, almost didn't get there. Kind of. Because he did not choose to stay on him. And also, I just noticed he's got. No, never mind. I forgot that that's why he does that with the knee pads. He hides the own knee. Yeesh. That kick at the height of the small of his back, but yeah, I guess the small of his back. Man, my dream home. I hear you, man. It's make no mistake, like all places in the world, it has its faults, and the people that like the people that live there will probably be the first ones to tell you that. But all the same, the culture, the a lot of what Japan has to offer is spectacular. Yeah, no, I'm thinking Gabe Kidd has this match in the bag. Tai Chi is just not showing me that killer instinct. What I've been seeing of Gabe Kidd lately, he has just been a nightmare to deal with. The way he's looking at it is like, just kick me in the head. This is way cheaper than anything. Nice. Dude, that was a right. That evasion with the Gamagiri was perfect. Well, all right then. Having to gather his bearings. Ooh. Come on. Yo, that was like right to the side of the knee. Not really reading into him, but it's more so just you're onto something with that, Mercy. It's more so that they implement more shoot style aspects. They very much try to present it like a sport, which takes a lot, which as a result takes a lot more from other combat sports to do so. If nothing else, but in presentation. They do ZSA, yeah, exactly. ZSA, the way ZSJ switches up. I think they said the Barry Robinson method. 6 second switch. 6 seconds. They haven't tapped out. Switch up the hold. Try and get something else locked. Said, okay, you asked for this. I love that. Okay, yes. So, like everyone convinces me at any given time they're trying to win. The the Western world. No, Mercy, you're onto something. Let's call it Western world. I don't know why. That makes me giggle. But no, you're absolutely right. It's so very refreshing. And it's funny, right? Because for the longest time, I've said like, man, if only pro wrestling adapted, these little things from other sports, it would be it would feel so much more legitimate. And then here, if only I knew on the other side of the globe, it already was doing that. I'm asleep. You're good. I'm going to have the Discord. I'm going to keep it short. Very fair, friend. I will say Discord is really easy to sign up to. In clicking on the Discord link, it will just go up, turn it around. It is really easy to make. You can use it on browser or on app. I would recommend app, but some people work better for browser. Like one of my mods, for example. Got him with that insecurity. The way kid just got slumped. But yeah, I would recommend it. Very fun space. And it's a good way to keep up with other communities as well. Yeah, New Japan is more traditional in a lot of ways, right? Yes, I feel like in the West they aim for mind-blowing spots and matches like where meanwhile New Japan keeps you grounded, right? Which is it's funny you say that, because then I look to other mediums like comics, and it's the opposite. Oh, okay. Ref's waving it off. I guess the ref's calling it a joke. It wasn't a matter of cutting off blood supply. It was a matter of cutting off oxygen, and that's, I guess, not a legal hold. So yeah, I looked at comics, and it seems like America, for example, wants to go for a much more like a much more grounded presentation. But then I looked at like manga, and it's like, ooh, we want to try and wow the audience as much as we can. They could power bomb, pile drive, or something. Was not able to get him off the ground. She's not wrong. Yeah. Oh! Ooh. Ooh. Cool elements added. Yes, because like that makes those cool elements more like more cool when it comes around. Just like a power driver. Nooked. Man, caught you. Ooh. Gabe's still in it. Gabe's still in it. Yes, a greedy. Yep. God. Was it a drill a hole? But we're nearing the end here. Yeah, no worries. Yeah. You got a good sense for it then. Thinking this is we're looking to be done. Oh, he is unleashing the Oni. Damn. I hear you there, No Mercy. And it's interesting you say that because I do feel like if you were to really look through it, you would find like a super kick in almost every match in New Japan, but it's well placed, it's necessary almost. Sheesh, laid in that boot. Kick out at one. No. Taichi is not giving it. Oh my god. Just knock his ass out. And then the brain buster. Kick out. Damn. No, I hear you, or see, to me, that feels kind of like a byproduct of pro wrestling, because once upon a time, Stan Hansen did the lariat, and now everybody does a lariat. Well, but all the same, I do hear you that those moves could stand to be a little bit more reserved. Don't have to use them just because you can do them. Ooh. That knee to the chest and then dunked him again. Okay, good. For a second, Taichi was almost covering Gabe after getting pile driven. That would have been hilarious. What? Fucking Ren. Member of the House of Torture. Faced off previous round of the tournament. They brawled to high hell throughout the night before and after, and here comes his partners. The other two members of the never open weight 6-man tag champions. And we got Show. We got. Oh. No way. Are they about to cost Gabe? Oh my god, I hope not. That'll break my bracket. But I want to see. But I want to see Gabe versus Shota. But it would be so Taichi like to lose even after that interference. No. Watch him call it a draw. They're both eliminated, and ZSJ immediately goes to the quarterfinals. No, semifinals, rather. I guess what'll take precedence is Gabe Kidd being outside. Bro is damp. Dude. You gotta get up. Oh, we're done. Wow. What? Oh my god. The way they foreshadowed it with putting over how Taichi has not won a match this year. And these damned House of Torture. Ah, I want to scream. I'm. Welp. Exactly, because like it felt because like the thing is it's when it comes to New Japan, you still can buy like the logistical side of things, So like yeah, even though that sounds like they're setting it up otherwise, it's like well, everything on paper or otherwise says Gabe Kidd wins this match. Damn. No, really, why must you do this? Gabe Kidd hardly even realized what happened. I can't make out what Taichi is saying, but I feel like Taichi, yeah. I feel like Taichi is a tragic character. At the very least, this is kind of tragic to him. He finally gets a win in 2025, and it's not by his own volition, due to interference that he didn't want. Better go get him in the next get your redemption. No, like actually though. Well, I believe let's go take a look. I'm gonna take a look at night 5 really quick. Looks like he actually won't be in action. Oh yes, he will. I fucked something up. That's not what that's supposed to say. But yeah, it looks like tomorrow night, not tomorrow night, Friday night, there's gonna be a just 4 guys. Well, Friday morning for me, Friday night for y'all. Just 4 guys: Yuya, Uemura, Taichi, and a partner versus Bullet Club War Dogs, Gabe Kidd, Chase Owens, and Sonata. That will be very interesting. This Taichi situation and the Sonata situation crossing paths in a single match. Yep. Main event had to happen. Yep. One of those tournaments just because I thought it'd be interesting if he won. I mean, yeah, no, you can, because now what this means is we're going to have ZSJ versus Taichi. Hell yeah, nice. That's unfortunate. That explains why you weren't familiar with the House of Torture because they were all over the main event last night. And here comes the main event. I'm here for this because now we get to see Shota pop the fuck off. Right? It always seems to have that vibe, yo. New Japan has their match structure, their match card structure down. Does this new Shota still take 2 hours to choose? No, really, yo. That's actually it's kind of mind blowing. This is one of their shorter shows. Well, yes, y'all, as we're entering the main event, those you tune in a little bit later, who may just be stopping in for the first time, please do drop a thumbs up. And if you're new here, do subscribe. These are the vibes. We're following New Japan all the way through as many shows as we can. We're going to be covering all of the New Japan. We're going to be covering all the New Japan Cup. We're going to be covering the Road to Sakura Genesis as well as Sakura Genesis itself. Also do GCW, AEW. Squeeze in WB when we can. It's going to be straight to sleep after the main event. Hey, hear you, fam. For me, I had just woken up before. It's just kind of nuts because it's such a different thing for me. Usually, I end off my day with Watchalong, although I will be bookending it. I'm going to be going to work and then coming home to the Dude Dynamite. Hey there, good morning, Dara. Welcome in, friend. Good to see you. I feel like I have seen you at every hour of the day. This time I've known you, Dara. My man's is omnipresent. It's 12:49 a.m. Thursday. That's mind blowing. Let me put that in perspective. Now you're literally 17 hours ahead of me. No mercy. Yeah, it's kind of weird, but I like the wrestlings. Hell yeah. Love to hear that, fan. New Japan. It's different. Red Shoes trying to get into shape. He took that rough bump. That rough ref bump. Definitely tune in to AEW. Hell yeah, I appreciate that, fam. It's because it's gonna be a good time. That's been our bread and butter. That's where it all started for me. Before I was doing watch-alongs for anything else, it was Dynamite. I started in mid 2021. Eventually, Rampage became a thing, and then eventually Collision became a thing. The pay-per-views, and here I am going nuts with all the wrestling I can get my hands on. The way I've sat here and been like, man, let's do the collective. How mad that seems as like the closer it gets, but I still like, no, that's absolutely something I want to do. I want to try to cover as much of, if not all of the collective, except Progress Wrestling. Fuck Progress. But all the other portions. You're referring to AEW Collision, yes. Well, it wasn't last year. It was 2023, but yeah. Introduced Collision. Rampage ended up no longer being on the lineup. So, yes, it's just Dynamite and Collision for now. They do have ROH as well. And yes, we do keep up with that here. Even though it seems like sometimes they don't keep up with it there. Oh, AW Shockwave. Yes, that's the name floating around. They did license it. I think they were shopping that around on other networks, but haven't landed a deal for it anywhere. AW Thunder. Shockwave be the Thunder to Collision's Nitro. Shockwave. So this is a rematch from New Beginning in Osaka last month, where Great Khan got the singles win over Shota. Shota opting to shave his head after the match, like Khan intended to forcibly do. But since then, Shota out here took the collar out of his gear, took the hair out of his head, and showed a vicious mean streak yesterday. I just noticed bro's got the shooter boots on. So Thunder was the first thing that came to mind. No, you're all good, fam. Because it probably was a subconscious thing. Because I'm sure you know WCW Thunder is a thing, but it's just like you didn't draw that connection in your head at that moment. I personally have done very similar things, which is why I speculate that one forearm shiver is Shota stance. Man, my bracket is busted. I'm so upset because what I wanted is I wanted a final of Gabe Kidd against Shota Umino. The very heelish character given the babyface reactions, embracing the babyface reactions. up against the very babyface character, getting the heel reactions, embracing the heel reactions. Because Shota Umino was kind of slated to be the next Tanahashi in a lot of ways. Got that Wrestle Kingdom main event world title match against these Toms, against Zack Sabre Jr., then world champion. Came up short. And still just kind of tried to go, on a day's work, be that same babyface person, but it just wasn't clicking for him or for anyone else. And Okan was trying to shove that in his face, try to clip his hair, stuff like that, telling him that the last time he was interesting was when he wore the black trunks and had a shaved head. And then that set up their match for New Beginning. And as I mentioned before, winning Great-Kon's favor, and ultimately Shota gave into the mentality. Took a few weeks off. He popped up last night for the first time with this new look, this new intensity. What came to mind as AEW and WCW both. Yeah, that's where a lot of the connections are drawn. Is the connections TNT and TBS. Off the ropes. Nice with the trip. Shota really is pacing this out much more. Trying to escape. Nope, and then turned into the headlock. Smart of Okan. I mean, it's naturally smart to want to wear down to your opponent for one reason or another, but in this instance, to try and take that sharpness out of Shota's game. Yeah, right? This has been a very bare bones technical. Nice with the release butterfly suplex, though. Breaking up the monotony. But yes, they were getting very gritty for a second. At first, it started off with Shota trying to beat that ass, but slowed down very quickly, not able to get an edge over one another. Seems like pace has fallen in Great-Kon's favor. Oh, I'm a big Techers mark, no mercy. My one of my favorite match stipulations will probably be Pure Rules in ROH. The way bro is striking him in the face and he's just butting chest with him as a strike back. The science of it has always been my shit. That's why I was such a big Danielson guy. And that's why I've become such a big ZSJ fan. Gargano's another example. I really want to see Gargano get back to being that guy one day soon. No, he's going to do the thing this time. They're like, no, he's going to do it. Does the thing with him. I hope so, too. Ooh. Definitely. No mercy. I could see him go. I would love to see him get in that world book. Yeah. That's exactly it. He said, no, I'm not going to count that as a cover. I appreciate that, referee. He's like, no. I refuse to justify that level of disrespect. It's on his bucket list for every match he has to. Yep. Trying to do that arm drag, dropping his weight. Right, and there's that speed. Agreed, no worries. See, honestly, want to see them kind of run back the DIY saga. Yeah, Shota has incredible speed, and what he's been doing, I guess, these last couple of matches has really been slowing it down, but still break that speed out when it's necessary, and did just that just now. Look at that commentator using the word moveset. Don't let Punk hear you. Oh. Really trying to keep his weight down. There we go. Scooped him, going for the jackknife. Does not have the best leverage for it. He lost his footing with that pump kick, but got him. Oh, going for an arm triangle. Yes, and they're really and something tells me it's going to turn up a notch any moment now. No mercy. That's the thing is, it's a rematch from the most recent pay per view. They've got that spite there, tournament, tournament implications. That's the word I was looking for. If he could just pass his hips, there we go. Yep, there's that leverage that he's. Oh yeah, this is rough for Shota. I think he's got his arm up right in a way that keeps him safe. Actually, no, that's not what he needs. Oh, the knee into the rib cage. Dirty. Interesting court to work on it. That's usually not how you want to do that. Shitty. Yup. Really with it. Follow him to the outside after retreating. Oh, really? Okay. Was not aware of the match they had previous to the beginning match. I guess Shota already has a win. No. It's actually an old MJF shirt. Oh, fucking. All out of sorts, but yes, an MJF shirt. Yes. Just reminded me of Ziggler from like 2020. Yeah. Did he? I didn't even know that he had that slogan at some point. MJF, yeah. Rough. Rough landing. See those New Japan shoes next to him? Show another shot of Great O'Con. I need to see those person's shoes again. Look at that. Look at that lady's shoes. So it was similar, but wasn't that? Okay, gotcha. Damn. Man's his toes. Right? Just the way he was just like, oh yeah, that was the top of my head. I just got dropped on. Oh. After talking and shit, never realized he's like, no, I'm gonna play myself out. It's like, bro, how are you gonna be this savage? Oh, imagine back to imagine back to back count out endings. Oh, it was hilarious. The way bro fell too, it's just like whoop. The way the slip and tumble was the best part. Right? It is interestingly comedic, but like I'm not mad about it, you know? Like it works. It's also funny because like Shota is TN levels of serious, but still is just so comedic in his selling. It's not over the top, but it's still very funny. Yes, exactly. It's not like HBK SummerSlam '05 kind of selling. Oh my gosh, the Ziggler selling was iconic. Oh, floated him over. Countered yet again. Nice. The stiff the lariat. Duck. Oh, but tumbling to his knees was Great O'Con. The way Great O'Con is kind of embodying Showman's demons. It's gonna meet you in the middle. Yep. Oh, damn. Kick out at one. Bro refused to be covered. Drop into the sleeper slam. Oh, that sleeper plex, Adder. Just not allowing his arm to pass over. But it still could be a rough hold. Torque. Okay, so it started into a standard headlock now. Shin lock, rather. A little bit more sleeper style. It really is. They're slow walking the dog with this one. Oh, I know where this is going. Yeah, he's going to turn that iron. My God. Still here. Oh. Oh, turn it into a DDT. Spiked him. Wrist lick. That was so perfect. Like actually though, this main event's hitting. Bro, it was okay. All right then, dude. Did not connect very well. Yo. Oh, damn. He's getting taken down. Okan's got more power behind these strikes. Oh, and he fell. Oh, no. He he's refusing to die, but damn, is he dazed. Hmm? He's gonna wind back up. There's the jumping insecurity. All right. Ooh, that half and half kind of spiked him. Took him down with the clothesline this time. Yo, this match has been great. I kind of like it more than their new beginning match. The ending will very rarely with the main event should have main evented, right? Exactly. Exactly. Yeah, I know, because the way you had him with that half and half hook couldn't like it forces them to not be able to fully rotate. So it crowns them like right on the back of their head right there. It's a real hard one to work. Bro looks so intense. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it was. And on the lights, bomb. Oh, bomb. Dunzo. Dunzo. The end is near, I think. The end was there. That was awesome. Yo, it really was. Provided last year and everything. My first time watching New Japan probably in 2 years. I loved it. I'd love to hear that, fam. Thank you so much for stopping by. I appreciate that you found us, gave us a chance, and you genuinely came to enjoy your stay here. This is what it's all about. Watching wrestling with others just makes it so much better. Especially in New Japan, for the majority of us, it's not at the most ideal hour. So having that company especially helps, like, just keep that energy up and really bounce off of it. Means definitely watch streams. Work. Can't wait to watch AEW. I'm glad you're so welcome. Appreciate you, fam. Yeah, there's the link to that. I got the night 5 in between. Ooh, this next to him like that is kind of cold. Night 5 as well. We got ROH in between. If anybody is interested in that, it's still just good vibes. It used to be a watch party, but we figured might as well make that. New Japan don't miss with these shows. So true. You take care, no mercy. Have a wonderful evening. Just shh, and then bow. Oh, okay. All right. No translation. No, for real. And on to the quarterfinals he goes. That'll be a one. Yep, on the 15th. Oh, yes, that's looking like that is the show for us. So y'all have a wonderful evening. Do drop a thumbs up on your way out. Make sure you have the bell to always on for notifications. I was just letting it ride out, making sure that there wasn't anything else that happened on the show. But until next time, take care and happy wrestling. Peace.